The New York Times calls it the best musical of this century, and Entertainment Weekly says, grade A, the funniest musical of all time. And after last night and seeing the musical myself, I'd have to agree. Of course, I'm talking about the Book of Mormon. The 9-time Tony Award-winning Best Musical follows the misadventures of a mismatched pair of missionaries sent halfway across the world to spread the good word. Now with standing room only in productions in London, on Broadway, and of course, North America, the Book of Mormon has truly become an international sensation, and it's now playing at the Straz, and I am so excited to welcome Kevin Clay, also known as Elder Price. Kevin, I thought I was tired this morning after seeing you. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thanks. It's great to be here.
I gotta say, this is one of those musicals that people continue to rave about. And I want to talk a little bit about your journey, though, because you had said you hadn't seen the musical before getting the lead role. And this musical is one of those that sometimes you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So take me back a little bit.
Yeah, so when I first auditioned for the show, it was near the end of my college career, and I auditioned in New York a couple of times, found out that I had made it into the show, and I actually first started in the ensemble.
Okay.
So I was in the ensemble of the show, and my first night, I got to watch the show, and it even surprised me, which was amazing, and I was so excited to get to work on it, and now, about 2 years later, playing the lead role, I've kind of done everything I can do in this show, which has been amazing.
And how would you describe the show for people who haven't seen it and they've just heard always these amazing reviews and how funny it is? What would you tell people maybe before they've gotten the chance to see it?
Well, first I would say it's the writers of South Park. So hopefully that detail alone could give them a little bit of information. But honestly, the show, above any of the raunchy elements that people might talk about, it has so much heart, and it has such a strong, clear message that people can walk away from, not just a night of fun, but also hopefully having learned something or a conversation starter. I think that's why the show is so successful. Oh,
well, no question. There's many reasons why. One of the things that actually stood out to me was the choreography. I'm a dancer at heart, and I gotta say, you've got the musical elements, the singing. I mean, wait till you hear this guy sing. Yeah. And then, of course, you've got the story and the jokes, but the dancing. Talk about how long goes into before you guys actually hit the road in a performance like this.
Well, so Casey Nicolau, who's the director, choreographer of the musical, I mean, he has such a long history with choreography that with him at the helm, it's going to be amazing. He's directed so many things. I mean, Aladdin right now, Something Rotten is one of his shows. So the choreography for this show is so fun because it's really specific. It's not just Broadway choreography. They really took their time in studying old shows like the Donnie and Marie Osmond show, and that kind of happy-go-lucky, big grins on their faces, sharp movements. So, I mean, it takes a rehearsal process for this show is really maybe 2 months when you're starting from nothing. And then when you're someone who just joins in on the tour, we have 2 weeks to learn everything.
Man. Well, I really loved, just for any dance fans out there, there's a little tap dance sequence, which of course was absolutely my favorite.
Oh, good.
And you know, it's funny when you talk about this, though, it's backed by popular demand. People can't get enough, whether it's a first timer like myself last night, or people who keep going back. Why is that? Why do you think this continues to see such success?
Well, I think it's theater is coming back now, I think, as a more primary version of entertainment, whereas for a while it's been just movies, just TV, and I think more for the popular way of being entertained, it's becoming a big thing again. And so a lot of people are seeing shows multiple times the way they would their favorite movie. So I've seen, well, Christmas time is a good example of that. We watch the same holiday movies every year sometimes, and now I think a show like this can become that for some people. They want to find little differences than the last time they saw it.
Well, again, this was such a treat. As you can tell, I'm a huge fan first time, or if you've seen it in the past and you want to go again, of course, the Book of Mormon is playing right now at the Straz. Go and check it out. Do you have a favorite part real quick?
Oh, probably singing You and Me, but Mostly Me is my favorite part.
There you go. There you go. Go check it out for yourself. Thank you so much for coming in.
Hey, of course. Thanks for having me.